Hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, the African Voice. So how are you doing, my people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Remember, this is Chinedu Anichi TV, the African Voice, coming to you from Atlanta, just 5 minutes away from the busiest airport in the entire whole world. So what you have here is Chinedu Anichi TV, and here today, we have a very important person, and we'll be talking about something very, very important. We'll be discussing something that happened in Nigeria today, and who will be bringing to this show a veteran, an American veteran. You understand me? You know, who will be bringing today Dr. Sylvester Onya, the president of American Veterans of Igbo Descent, who will be bringing him right from his home in America, and we will be discussing this very important matter. And there's no other matter we're going to discuss except the security situation of Nigeria, especially the detention of one of our sons, one of our voices, one of our great uncles, Nnamdi Kanu. We'll be talking about Nnamdi Kanu today, his detention. You know what? Something transpired in the court in Abuja today. And as a result of that, my people will be talking about Nnamdi Kanu. We'll be talking about Nnamdi Kanu and the legal lapses or the legal lacuna happening in Nigerian courts about him. So today, we'll have the privilege to bring to this show Dr. Sylvester Onya, the president, American veteran of Igbo descent. And let me have the privilege, my people, to present to you this very veteran. So, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chidi. Thank you for Chinedu, not Chidi. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate you. The great city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody, wherever you might be. My name is Dr. Sylvester Onya, American Military Veterans of Igbo Descent president. I'm glad to be in your studio this afternoon, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. I don't know why is my video? Is it? Are you seeing it? Is it shaking? Or am
I am seeing you, sir.
Like, is it static or is shaking? Because the way I'm seeing it here, as if it is static. And that's not.
It is.
It is static, right? So yes, I don't know what's going on in the studio, but right about now, my people, you can see Dr. Sylvester Onya. But Doc, I want you to introduce yourself to our people properly. I might be introducing you. You know, you're a veteran. I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to do frog jump. So I would like you to introduce yourself properly. And
you are doing great. I am Wafibo.
Correct.
To the core.
So can you hear me, sir? Very well.
Loud and clear.
Okay. So today we'll be having you in this show, and in fact, something happened today in Nigerian court, and I think it's something that requires our attention. So while we are discussing, I would like to go to, I would like to pull up something for you before we go. What really transpired in the court today in Abuja between Nnamdi Kanu and the court. So, you know, a lot of things happened, and let me go and okay, open up the video and get it. And I would like our people to look at what I'm talking about and see as it concerns us now. I'd like to bring this video to our notice so that Yeah, something happened in the court today, and it's not a joke. It's something that we should give attention. It's something serious. Because Nnamdi Kanu was in the court today, and something happened. I'm trying to pull it up, the video, so that we can look at it. And sometimes it's good. Yeah, I think I have seen the video. So the video is loading, and I would like us to pay attention to this very particular video, because that is where my question is going to come from. Because this is what happened today.
It's not anything wrong. You cannot.
You can see.
You cannot. You can't convict me. Are you saying it's not possible? I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Who's going to try it? Nobody can. They've not killed them dead to the person. We never.
So, my people, I want is a short video.
It's not anything wrong. You cannot. You cannot. You can't convict me.
Let me make this.
Are you saying
very wide?
it's not possible? I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Who's going to try it? Nobody can. They've not killed them dead to the person. We never.
So in the courts in Abuja today, people were there and they were like, "What's
It's
going
not anything
on?"
wrong. You cannot. You can't convict me. Are you saying it's not possible? I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Who's going to try it? Nobody can. They've not killed them dead to the person. We never.
Okay, my people, you have briefly seen what is going on. Doc, you have seen today, this is what transpired in the court, because in this my platform, I don't just say for the sake of saying. I want to have evidence of what I'm saying. So this is what really happened in the court today. You are a veteran. You are exposed. You are of Igbo descent. You are a Nigerian. You have had American experience. So what can you say as the president of the American Veterans of Igbo descent? What can you say about this particular thing that happened today in Nigerian court concerning Nnamdi Kanu?
Thank you, Chinedu. Thank you so much for having me here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, court proceedings today, November 7th, 2025. The Honorable Justice James Omotosho failed to show the world the Nigerian written law by which he has been prosecuting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No written law, no case to defend. Interestingly, Britain should stop meddling in Nigerian court system. That goes with spelled out written law. The law has to be spelled out. He has demanded for them to show him. He's not scared to go into any defense, but they failed to show him a written law, which is contrary to Nigerian constitution. Honorable James Omotosho is not above the law. He's not above the constitution of Nigeria. In that case, they need to show him the law. They failed to do that. I thought today he would have let my brother go and apologize. But since they're dragging it, we will see. Like I said, Britain should leave us alone. We are of age to know what is right from wrong. You might want to know, or let me tell you this, the FCDO, which is Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office in Britain, once told AVID, our organization, that they recognizes the complexities of Mr. Kanu's detention. Now, those complexities is what I'm going to ask them to address. I am hereby addressing Lord Collins of Highborough, Minister for Africa to address those complexities, which in our assessment to leave the Igbos alone and show in good faith that the genocide against Biafrans in the 1967-1970 genocidal war, that they are sorry, or show some remorse. They owe the Igbos an apology for all the pains, all the sufferings, the starvations they inflicted on us, and they continue to do so as of today towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's persecution, because he's an Igbo man. There's no other thing beside that. If he wasn't an Igbo man, Britain will not show any interest. Whatever thing it is, Britain, stop shadowing government in Nigeria. Stop using the Fulanis to inject all these pains on our people. And for my Yoruba brothers, you need to be much smarter than now on what you are doing. The elders of the Yorubas need to get the Honorable James Omotosho to order and understand, if you guys don't know much about Igbos, you better start researching. The whole world fought us in 67-70. We held up for 3 years. Today, I don't need to tell you that the Igbos are equal to any task in this world. The Igbos are the ones that have been developing Nigeria. For your information, if you have forgotten. And for Britain, there's more Nnamdi Kanus out there. Stop the persecution. You know, ironically, it's kind of funny that the people giving Nigeria the directives they are taking are young kids, 38 years old, 42. You people are too old for people to be telling you what to do with your citizens. Again, which law is the Nigerian government using to prosecute the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Which law? Which written law? You have failed to show that. You should have let him go today. MNK is the whistleblower concerning the Christian genocide in Nigeria. And Britain is complicit about it. Arvid is grateful to President Donald J. Trump for the designation of Nigeria as a CPC status.
Hello, sir. I would like us to follow this thing segment by segment. I want to moderate this interview so that we can record it, we can put it out in segments and in reactions to questions and answers.
Yeah, I'm still on my opening statements.
Okay.
I'll give you all the time you need today.
That's good. That's good.
So you're gonna get everything you asked for and more.
Okay.
So we are grateful to our great president for what he have just done. You know, the injustice meted on the Igbos and Christians has reached alarming precaution. The xenophobia of the Igbos is well spread out. The Yorubas, the Hausas team up all the time against the Igbos. Whatever thing we can do to strangulate an Igbo man is all they want to do. Now, the strangulation that the British government have on the Igbos need to let go. I cannot overemphasize that. Our major problem is Britain, and they know it. And it's time for them to know that we have so many Nnamdi Kanus out there. And they need to let the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra go. Stop holding him. Nobody is talking about over 10 million indigenous Nigerians in IDP camps, which is equivalent to concentration camps. Why would somebody be in an IDP camp? internal displaced. Displaced by who? We have foreigners that have intruded into our land and pushed out indigenous people into what I would call concentration camps to occupy their land grabbing, and nobody's saying anything about it. The only thing they're interested to do is to focus on the Igbos. You can go ahead and ask me what other questions you have. But all I know is that since they don't have any written law to show the offense that Nnamdi Kanu committed, they should let him go as of yesterday.
Okay, sir. I think the thing I want to ask you is that we want to take it one by one. You have just given a general view or a general introduction of your appearance in this show. But my major concern is what happened today. I am aware that you people have been agitating. Your organization have been agitating. You have been in the forefront of the agitation for Nnamdi Kanu to be free. You have written letters. I've seen them circulating in the media. But what the thing that happened today, how does it affect the judiciary system of Nigeria? And how does it portray Nigeria globally? And your own personal, or by representing your platform, how do you feel about it? And what do you think should be done?
You know, it is not hard, it's not far-fetched, it's a very simple thing. It's simple in the sense that I would encourage the indigenous people of Nigeria to understand that the Igbos are the ones that have been raised to one Nigerian, developing everywhere, every hooks and corner of Nigeria. The Igbos are there investing their hard-earned money and sweats. Then you come to the Southeast, no federal presence to the extent that it should be. Bearing in mind that all the resources that made up Nigeria is from that region. And they feel so comfortable doing it with impunity, with recklessness, no regards for an Igbo man. So obvious stands for the Igbos. You cannot continue to harass, persecute an Igbo man and think we're going to fold our mouth and fold our hands. We are all for all Igbos. Because what they have been doing is selective prosecution. From one guy to the next guy to the next guy. When is that going to stop? We're not cowardice. So this prosecution stops with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. The buck stops today. And that is why he kind of informed the Honorable James Omotosho that you cannot jail me. And I echo that. Like he cannot. You have no laws. You cannot make up one yourself, nor President Tinubu to make one up, or anybody of that nature. The Constitution of Nigeria supersedes all that. Let the man go. This is the time for peace. But we're equal to the task.
Okay, that's good. It's true that they said there's no written law on why Nnamdi Kanu should be tried. And despite the pushing from every corner, I think the legal system in Nigeria don't want to listen. And I think from what you're saying now, I don't think that is a good image of Nigeria outside Nigeria. So, be it as it may, I think enough people are speaking on this issue. And the last time you people did some things, what are the concrete things or concrete movements you people have made to really redress this situation as an organization?
You know, I repeat, I'm not going to stay out here and give you details of what is going on. I'm just giving a very fatherly advice as somebody that loves his people, the Igbos in particular, and Nigeria in general, and the world in general. We all know what is right and what is wrong. Go to your consciousness. Find out in you what you are doing that is right or wrong. If as the president of the nation, you feel that you're not treating everybody equally, fairly, you can change this night and say, you know what? These guys are right. Let's fix whatever thing we have against the Igbos. They are as intelligent, if not more intelligent than most of them, and start respecting them. We are not going to beg for what God have given us. We deserve it. So, to answer your question, I'm asking them to do the right thing. You don't have any law to judge this man. Let him go. Stop taking advices from anybody, especially Britain. They have done more harm to all of us than you can imagine. Britain, like I said, owe the Igbos apology. They do.
This is serious. I think this is very, very serious. This one you just mentioned now is serious. If you feel, I think the camera has been rectified. So if you feel that the Igbos, that Britain owes the Igbo people apology, do they really direct? Why I'm concerned about this Britain issue is, so all these our leaders, they are not British people. And I think they have their consciences. They have right to, even if British people advise them to do something wrong to their own citizens, to their own indigenes. Don't you think they have rights and they are grown up and mature, you understand, in governance to say this is what we should do? Because a lot of us are just saying this Britain. So we will continue to blame Britain. What of our people? And we have independence.
Let me help you out in that. I always ask people to think about the operas, the Mbadi ways, the people that have cared for the Igbos in the past. Today, what we have is franchise Igbos leaders, the ones that you will be questioning, where did they get the education from? What is the interest they have for the Igbos? But you know what? One of these days, they will be held for account. They will know that they have to put the Igbo first before their personal interest. So our leaders have failed us. There's no doubt about that. Instead of them reconciling their consciousness and getting with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and like I said before, Biafra had existed before Nigeria and even before Britain. So now, what are we talking about here? It's not a crime for somebody to ask for their own self, just to be free from all this harassment and intimidation and all those things. And as indigenous as we are, you can't have somebody mobile you all together and say you are now this. And you know it's not working, and you know it's not going to work. And you cannot change from that. You know, there's nothing wrong in having self-determination. As individuals, we should be self-determined. You wake up every morning to get ready for work because you're self-determined. Out of a sudden, somebody say, no. You only do what I ask you to do. No, we refuse to that. We're never going to accept that. We have that right for self-determination. And nobody can stop us from determining our fate. So our leaders need to start keen in and listen to what we are saying to them. And I have said it before, they should stop serving Sokoto, stop serving Fulanis. We're not charged up yet. They're our brothers, governors and all that. They need to start listening to what we're telling them. Because if they stop it, this wouldn't be arising. They need to just stop allowing people to do whatever they feel like they have to do to the Igbos. We have got enough of these issues going on for a long time.
Okay. There's this approach I'm looking at. There's a discussion that came up about the Igbos always talking about marginalizing them, doing this one to them, this one. And there are a lot of ways of fighting. One of them is by industrialization, economic control. The Igbo people develop every part of Nigeria. So, do you people advocate about Akuruno? This concept of Igbo people also thinking home, bringing those things they place in Lagos, bringing those things they place in Kano, bringing those things they are building in Abuja. Do you people also advocate about them bringing it at home, so that our people can now feel the economic buoyancy of the Igbo man's trade Ike?
Yes, according to our people are very smart people. According to Henry A. Kissinger, report to the White House in January 28th of 1969, this is what he said, and I will quote: "The Igbos are the wandering Jews of West Africa, gifted, aggressive, westernized, at best, envied and resented, but mostly despised by the mass of their neighbors in the Federation." Which means somebody else have even enlightened our people that we are so hated in a country that we belong to because of what? The gift that God have given us, entrepreneurship, aggressiveness, and so many other things that the Igbos possess that is the envy of the world. So yes, developing our place shouldn't be anything that anybody should second guess. But we have to have the amenities to do that. We have to have the seaport. We have to have the airport. So our governors should have been fighting to tell the rest of the world, we need all these things. If we're going to be the same nation, nobody have more privilege than the other. But that is where I said they failed us. They're not fighting for the good cause. What they're fighting is to suppress each other, fight among themselves, label their youths, give them names, allow people to come in and kill their own children in the name that they want to be president. So that's what the problem is.
Recently, there's a development in our diplomatic relation with the United States of America, where both of us are residing. So our very energetic and powerful president, President Donald Trump, just considered Nigeria a nation of concern. And you know what that means in the diplomatic realm. So what is your reaction to the Trump's declaration, either as per individual or as a group?
We are very grateful that he did that. At least now the U.S. is focused on Nigeria, including the case of Mazen and Kano. So we are still, still time saves 9. They can still, over the weekend, think through what they did today, and by Monday, go in and apologize to the young man and let him go to be with his family. But if they continue to be so stubborn and tough-headed because they're listening to what Britain is telling them, we are equal to the task. That's all I can tell you on that.
Okay.
We have been challenged before. Certain things is not new to us. It's just at the appropriate time, they will know that we're Igbos.
Okay, that's good. We also see reactions from Nigerian government concerning the declaration. Last time I just listened to the president and Bola Tinubu, and he said they are in charge, they are controlling it. I listened to some other people that said America don't have the right to. I listened to some other people, different views. But you as a person and as an American veteran who is a Nigerian, you see Trump's intervention as something that will bring growth and stability in our security? Or do you see it from the angle of people just trying to cook up stories? America is coming to carry our oil, as if America don't have oil before. So, and all that. So, what do you think? Is it going to be beneficial to Nigeria? Is it going to bring security stability and at least economic balance too? Because once security is restored in Nigeria, other things will begin to boom. So what do you think in that dimension, sir?
You know, sometimes people fail to understand that the United States is the greatest world power in this planet. And they stay in their little cocoons and talk about things they don't know about. When US said they're going to do something, I can bet you it's done. So let them keep playing with fire.
Hey, yeah. Okay. So, my people, you can hear from Dr. Sylvester Onya. Dr. Sylvester Onya is a veteran. You know, he has been in the US military for years, battle tested. You know, he has slept and woke up. He has slept and woke up in the deserts of this and that for the United States. And today he's telling you that if United States says we want to do something, they are going to do it. Especially under the administration of this pragmatic and a very energetic president called Donald Trump. You know, he's a man who says things and it comes to be. I don't know how they are handling it in Nigeria with kids' glove. Some people are even turning it into a comedy. You know, I see people making jest of what is going on shows, and Nigeria do content everywhere on Facebook, Instagram. They are turning it into a joke, but it's as serious as that. And from what you're saying, I know, the America you have served in their military, and you know what they can do. So, but let's just have a little break and ask people to call in, because my people, I'm going to put up a number now. Just look at the screen. You are going to see a number. +1 701 989 1910. +1 701 9891910. You can see it on the screen. Please use this number and call us and put a question across to our brother, Dr. Sylvester Onya, and to myself, if you feel like, because we're going to answer it. For those watching on Instagram, those watching on YouTube, I don't know where you're watching from. So you are open to this question. So if you are on Instagram, look at the screen. If you're on YouTube, look at the screen. If you're on Facebook, look at the screen. You're going to see +1 if you're outside America, 701-989-1910. Call on your WhatsApp and I will answer you. Or call directly if you are within America, and Dr. Onya is here to answer you. So the line is open. Let's just give a little chance for them to call in and let's hear what they are saying.
Let's talk about talk. Africa boys in diaspora. TV. For voice of the voiceless, yo.
Plus one seven
Make we
zero
talk
one
our
nine
talk,
eight nine one nine one
yo.
zero is the number. You
Nobody
can
can
call
talk
in
our
outside
talk for
America.
us, yo.
Remember to put the code plus one seven zero one nine eight
Africans
nine
are
one
rise.
nine one zero.
Time
Or
don't
within
reach
America, you
you.
can just call with
Make we
just
talk our talk, oh.
9891910.
Yeah, everybody
And we
join
are
it in
here.
a
Myself and
TV.
Dr. Sylvester
Now
Onya, the
that it
president of
happen,
American
no.
Veterans of
Now
the
that it
Movement,
is
we are
selenge.
ready
We
to
don't talk
present an
our
answer
mind, yo.
to your
As it be now, so we
listeners.
don't talk more. Mama, papa, brother,
Dear
sister,
sister,
even on the
even on the YouTube,
YouTube. Subscribe and
subscribe and
follow.
follow.
Chinedu
TV.
TV. Eba
Ever has
fukona
one
botumu. Eba fukona me. Now who be the voice of Africa in diaspora? Chinedu TV. Voice of Africa, what they show. Chinedu TV. Now where we go there? Chinedu TV. Gather your family, call everybody. Oh. Chinedu TV. Prison what the
Yes, that one is from Prisimodo. Prisimodo, my own. Prisimodo, I don't know where you are now, but wherever you are, may God bless you for donating this one, this jingle to this very platform. I am very, very grateful. Okay, Dr. Onya, as we are waiting for people to call in from different places, we are also trying to come up with this idea. This idea of we are Igbos. People are jealous of us. We are Igbos. People are jealous of us. Our leadership, do they think this way? Because we have leaders, just like you mentioned. We have governors in charge of every Igbo state. If the governors start doing road or start building good things and start building security within that state, will the federal government stop that governor if he chooses to serve his people? We have senators. Like this Nnamdi Kanu case, how many senators? We have outstanding senators in the Senate chambers. We have House of Rep members. We have House of Assembly members. How many of them have joined through legislation, through raising their voice in their chambers to say this is what should be done and this is what should not be? I bet you that if all the governors, the 5 governors of the Eastern region, and the senators and the rep, if they talk to the president of Nigeria and say, look at this young man, there's no written law of which they can charge this young man, just like what will happen in the court today. I know President Tinubu will have a retaking. We say, let me listen to these people. So if we are talking about these things, I think our leaders should be in the forefront if they really belong to this Igbo race that is always saying we are marginalized. So how do you see our leaders' behavior?
You know, it's never good to call out names, but in some cases you have to, because when a very serious procurement here, my honor and respect goes to people like Honorable Chair Nyagocha for all he has been doing. He's always there in the courtroom, assisting and supporting the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazinande Kanu. Senator Abaribe, governors like Otis and Governor Mba, and the rest of them. But there's have to be a time where you will question some other governors. What are you doing for the Igbos? Apart from importing the military to come and kill our youths? Or do they assume when they go to sleep that these people don't know what I'm doing? If they are thinking in that myopic mind or delusional, as I've said one time, we are not. We're keeping note of what everybody is doing. At the appropriate time, we will question those individuals. Today is still too early. They can mend their ways. Having said that, Governor of Anambra State needs to take notes. Governor of Imo State needs to take notes. And so many of the other ones need to take note of what they are doing or what they are saying. We're in the internet age. The records are there. So when you say things, we'll hold you accountable and responsible for your actions. Don't just say it to please your masters. Whoever your masters could be, Britain, Fulani, who cares? Igbo first. That's what we care for. We're Igbos. If you can't do any other thing, and you don't think you're Igbo enough, then move to Niger or any other place you think you belong. But respect us as Igbos and fight for a common cause. Thank you.
It's good you're talking because a lot of things happen. We need to bring it all this thing. Like the issue, there's this issue that Soludo raised, because you mentioned the governor of Anambra. That's why I want to come in. There's this issue Soludo raised. Soludo says that it's the Christians that are killing the Christians in the southeast. That those people in the bush, they are Matthew, they are Mark, they are David, they are Christians. So in order to to water down the understanding or the declaration of President Trump, he was trying to say that in the southeast, the victims are not as a result of Islamic or extremist attack, but it is the Igbos, the Christians that kill their fellow Christians in the south. So that statement of Soludo, what is your reaction to it, sir?
The Igbos don't live in the bush. We live in townships. The bush is for our farmlands. So I don't know the beer parlor that he's getting his statistics from, but as a governor that studied in the United States, he needs to start cleaning up his slates. He have not served us well. A lot of Igbos are so disappointed in his utterances. And as an Anambra man heading such powerful state, he needs to start coming right with things. Stop serving his masters or whoever have promised him the presidency of 20 who knows when. I don't want to be sarcastic here, but let him not take us for granted.
Yeah, because
that's normal what they tell them. You say all these stupid things to your people, treat them any shitty way, and then we'll make you president. President of what? Who is interested? What our people are interested to do is to live a normal life, have a daily bread, raise their children, have people, when they finish university, have a job, a gainful job, like they do in other nations. If you aspire to be a governor just to be irritating people, then you shouldn't have run in the first place. I know we have not been holding our so-called governors accountable, but we do intend to, and we hold every one of them accountable. This is our people. This is the future of our children that people will be toiling around with, using unsentimental statements, just carelessly saying whatever they want to say. You are the chief security officer. You should have more intelligent answers than telling us things that the whole world know about. So I don't know where their royalties are, but I advise them for their royalties to go for the Igbos.
Okay, well, my people, we are still expecting you to call in and come with some questions if you want. And Dr. Sylvester Onya is very ready. If you see the way he answers questions, you will see that he's not just he's not just an Igbo chief with a red cap, but this is an Igbo chief that is battle tested, that have slept and woke up in the deserts of different places that America has gone for international operation. You understand? So this is a man of courage, a man of conviction, and a man of exposure. And so, if you have the privilege, now I'm granting you the privilege to call in and ask your questions. Wherever you're watching from, don't be afraid, call in. I am here, this is my TV, and he's here. We are responsible for whatever we are discussing. Your own is just to call in and ask questions. Because there's this understanding our people do. When things will give you the privilege to use this platform and ask questions, you start shying away. But if we are discussing something about this one, Regina Daniels, or this one, or things that are very unnecessary, you will see they will all start calling in and start asking questions. But this question concerns those of you who are here. You are directly concerned. This is a question about Nnamdi Kanu. This is about Nigeria. This is about the Igbo people. And you are now, you are privileged to call in and ask one or two questions. But you are not.
Chinedu, I must have to add that Governor Soludo can ask Inter-Society. That organization is an investigative journalist. He could contact them and they'll give him the figures, raw data of what is going on before you start saying things that can cause problems for the Igbos. Contact them. They're there in Anambra. They will tell you what their research have shown. Go with data. Don't just be making statements unguided. Go with data. I mean, I never met a man for one day. I like him as an individual. He had served so many high positioned places in the society. So he should be the one bringing the Dubai that he promised us in Oka. So that Dubai, we're still waiting for that Dubai to come. You can't create this Dubai by inventing talks and having all this bubago and whatever thing you are putting out there as security measures. Do things that our people can emulate and say, yeah, you did well for us. And sometimes don't surround yourself with people that cannot tell you the truth. Listen to people that are telling you how our common people out there feel. It's not just election, and after election, so what? What have you guys done for our people? I never care for any of the parties that they are belonging to, here, there. It doesn't matter. The important thing is, what are you doing for an Igbo man? What are you doing for those people that have elected you or selected you? Not to cause agony for them. Do something different. Show them that you're educated. Show them that you lived in the United States and you see how things runs. And then you wouldn't have problem from hearing from people from like myself saying those things.
Okay, there's this this matter I want to come up with. There's this my very good friend. He's my friend. He's like a brother to me, and the greatest musician in Africa, as far as I'm concerned. And his name is David Adeleke. So I don't know if you heard that he donated part of a particular amount of money to the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu to make sure they keep fighting. Even though
I don't know about those kind of things, and I don't get into talking about money. I don't know.
No. What I'm just trying to say is not about the money. It's about the spirit of support. As a musician, we have many Igbo musicians. We have many Igbo great musicians. We have Flavor. I can mention them. We have Fino. We have other people like him. But he's a Yoruba person, but because he's marrying an Igbo girl, he had interest that this man should go. This man should go. This Nnamdi Kanu should go. So if somebody like that, can feel. So what are other of our people? Why we are saying this thing is that this agitation or this struggle is not from one dimension. It's not only in the politicians. Just like you are talking, I have my own TV. I'm putting it out for discussions like this. Some other people have their blogs. Do you understand? They have their blogs. They have their media. They need to contribute. So why I brought it is that our people need to start doing something very, very material about requesting that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, because it is glaring. It is clear to everybody that they don't really have what they want to use and pull this guy down. So that is why I brought it. I know you might not know about that side, but
Chinedu, thank you for having me. And I can tell you now, I have said so many times for all the Nigerians to ask for their liberation. And that liberation comes from pushing and advising the government to pay heed to what everybody is saying. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go home. I wouldn't be surprised if people are giving the support they're supposed to. As a matter of fact, the whole Nigerian is supposed to support justice, not injustice. They're supposed to go against repealed law. They have so many educated people in that continent called Nigeria that all the propaganda that's going on, they don't need it. Most of them know what is right and wrong. Stand for the truth for once. So anybody that wants to support the cause should, because it's for your own good that you do that. You have children, grandchildren. What kind of society are we living for our children? Society of anarchy, nepotism, tribalism. So if this thing can't work out, come in a common table and sit down and discuss what kind of constitution do you need. So I don't know who promised whatever, but I would expect every one of our celebrities to stand on the right path of history, not just to keep their mouth shut. Use what God have given you to educate your people, to mobilize your people, to put out the conscience of your people. That's what you're in the world for. God didn't give you all those talents for nothing.
Yeah, that's a very intelligent one. I was still expecting people to call in. I don't know what's going on. Please call in +1 701-989-1910. Please, if you have any question for Oganya on Nnamdi Kanu, on the Igbo people, on the security, on the declaration of Trump, Nigeria as a nation of concern, any of this, please come up with the question. We are here to answer you. So within this period, we expect questions from you. And those of you who don't want to call in, you can type it. You can type the question, maybe send it as a comment, and I will put it on the screen for him to read and react.
Let's talk our talk. Africa voice in diaspora. Chinebani TV. Voice of the voiceless, yo. Chinebani TV. Make we talk our talk, yo. Chinebani TV. Nobody can talk our talk for us, yo. Chinebani TV. Africa's a rise. Time don't reach, yo. Make we talk our talk, oh. Oh yeah, everybody join the Chinebani TV. Now they happen, no. Now they selenge. We dey talk our mind, yo. As it be now, so we dey talk more. Mama, papa, brother, sister, even the youth, oh. Subscribe and follow. Chinedu Anichi TV. Eba fukona potuno, eba fukona man. Now we'll be the voice of Africa in diaspora. Chinedu Anichi TV. Voice of Africa, where they show. Chinedu Anichi TV. Now where we go there. Chinedu Anichi TV. Gather your family, call everybody, oh. Chinedu Anichi TV. Risi wodo wenu kwebulegu.
At our time, we have given you a bit of opportunity. We just have 5 minutes to round up, and we have given you time to call because this show is a 1-hour show, and you can see that Dr. Sylvester Onya has already exhausted, expatiated, explained, giving analogies, giving a lot of examples to clarify on all his claims concerning the detention of Nnamdi Kanu and the position of the Igbo people in the country called Nigeria, and the recent declaration of President Donald Trump on Nigeria as a nation of concern. Before we draw the curtain for the day, Dr. Sylvester, what will you tell the world? What's your message, a summarized message about Nnamdi Kanu?
My summarized message goes like this. You cannot extraordinary rendition somebody like Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria based on the illegality of that and try to get legality in it. It doesn't work that way. Even a 6-year-old would tell Honorable James Omotosho that. So you cannot gain from your crime. The nation of Nigeria have committed that crime. It's still outstanding. So that's just based on that alone, you shouldn't even be disturbing the man. You should bury the nation in shame and stop overexposing a nation judicial system the way they have gone too far doing that. It's like a shenanigan court, So you have asked for written law, you don't have one. Are you going to manufacture one tonight? Or have those young kids from Britain tell you what else to push the goalposts? When will you as a nation say enough is enough? We're of age to make decisions, determination of the fate of our citizens. It's about time that they should do that. Yes, we know you went to Chatham House or wherever you have gone for them to give you the position. But sometimes you rebel out and say, no, enough is enough. Our people are not that stupid. They have some common sense to know that things are not working. There's hunger in the town. There's hunger in the cities. There's hunger in the country. Everybody's suffering it. Is that how other nations have developed? No. And the only thing in it is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have helped them so much and will continue to help them to develop their nation. He said, no, we can't use that brain. Like they have anything better than what God gave him. He had prophesied on everything happening to Nigeria, including telling this man today, you cannot jail him. And you cannot. Thinking of that is telling the Igbos you can jail the Igbos. And that cannot happen. The Yoruba elders, like I said, need to bring their youth ones. Honorable James Omotoso should be one of the elders too, to know better. No instigation. Nobody should persuade you to do the wrong thing. You have built a wonderful career. Interpret the law. Let the man go before it's too late. And for my Igbo governors and the rest of them, be rest assured that we are watching and we're on target, monitoring what you're doing to our people. Today is even early enough for you to repent your ways and start showing us good faith that they have elected you to lead the Igbo nation, the Igbo people. We have to come first before your masters, before the jihadists, before whoever you are serving. Serve and protect Igbo land first. That's first and foremost what you need to be doing. Not bringing the military. Take off all those checkpoints. The governors should come together and tell them that checkpoints is not serving any of our purpose. It's not helping anybody. Most of the whatever thing that's happening is within those checkpoints. So then what do we need it for? Eradicate it. It doesn't serve any good purpose. And besides, it's not in all over Nigeria. So which means we are a state in a whole state, captured state. The war ended in 1970. To people like ex-president of Nigeria, Buhari, he continued with the war. And Tinubu need to put a stop to that war because they have ended. We're not in Cold War. Show some kind of decency to these people. And we're not begging for that. It's our right. So whether Honorable James Omotosho understands it or not, without that written law, he have exonerated Nnamdi Kanu today. So if you come up tomorrow with some shenanigan, cooked up stuff, we have taken notice that you didn't have that law today. It was not written. You cannot try that man. You cannot put him into anything other than to let him go before it's too late.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Thank you for having me.
Our people have had the advice you have given to them, and for those of them who have ears, let them hear, especially with special attention to the governors of the Southeast. They should concentrate on developing and defending the Southeasterners first. And that's why when I talk about how I love Trump, people will be saying, what does Trump do for you? This one, this one. Let me tell you, Trump is a president that considers America first before any other people. America first. So other people come secondary as far as Trump is concerned. And that's how it should be for any leader. You should, even you in your family, you should consider your family first before any other person. So if you're a leader and the first thing you consider is how you will appease or how you will make outsiders happy, you have not started. You don't deserve that seat. Do you understand? And you see, it's working for Trump. It's working for Trump all over. He's restoring peace in where people think is impossible to. So, Southeastern governors, Governor Soludo, Governor Peter Mbak, Governor Oji, the Ebonyi State Governor, and the Imo State Governor, they should go back to their drawing board and start defending our people, start really being pragmatic about the welfare of our people. I think that is the summary of what you are saying. Before we finally drop to what are you anticipating from the declaration that Nigeria, even though some people are coming up to deny that, there are things that are paining me. How can people just come up to Nigeria and say there's no genocide? How can people say that? That Christians are not killed. Come on.
You know, the country seems like they feel much more in lies than the truth. They feel much more comfortable with evil than good. So that's where we find ourselves. where they normally you should not reward evil, impunity. You shouldn't. But it seems in this case, as far as Nigeria is concerned, that's what they like to do: reward the bad guys. But anyway, that is what it has to be. We'll see.
Yeah, one of the things that baffle me is that the silence of the men of God, the so-called men of God in parentheses, the men of God that carried the placards during Jonathan, the great men of God, Oyedopos, what do you call it? Oyedepo, Adebayo, and all those great men of God that we respect today in Nigeria, they are becoming so quiet. Even with what is coming up in this declaration, we're not hearing their voices. And these were the people that mustered the courage to carry placards during the time of good luck Jonathan. And I'm not comfortable with their position. As a Christian, I'm not comfortable with their position. How do you feel?
We cannot talk about the men of God. They have their conscience to deal with God when the time comes. But one thing I can talk about is that Dibos need fair deal in the contraction. They need to be treated fairly. We're not asking for anything that belongs to somebody else. Just treat us like human beings. Not excluding us from every other thing when you know quite well that the resources is from our land. So the men of God are great people. Let them keep serving the good Lord that we all serve. On that note, God bless everybody in this world, the children of God, and God bless Mazen Namdekan for standing up for his people and fighting for a common cause that all of us should be fighting for.
Okay, you see, there's something I've been thinking. Let me just give you this testimony. There's something I've been thinking of, but with your appearance in this show, I'm going to establish a permanent program for the Igbo people every Saturday in this show. We need to be coming up here to be talking about us. Since I have people like you and some other people, great people, I think I'm going to create a program, maybe 3 p.m. ET every Saturday, even if it's for 1 hour. We'll be speaking Igbo. Let's talk. Oge ndị Igbo. Oge ndị Igbo. Ka anyị na-akparịta. This is our platform. This is our show. We own it. We have it. We should be able to use it and communicate to our people. So I think I'm considering that seriously. And from next week, we're going to start it. So that we can really come here and use our language and discuss. And it will go a very long way. Yes.
Anything that involves and that can uplift my people, count us in.
Okay.
That's all that we do and fight for the cause of the Igbos. And we don't owe anybody any apologies on that. Even the so-called governors that I pointed out, if anybody starts maltreating them tomorrow, you hear me speak up against it, including my good friend Soludo and the rest of them. We just can't allow people to think they can single-handedly be picking Igbos one after the other to trash them down. No. That nonsense needs to stop.
Yeah, okay. Finally, sir. What can you say about this your boys show, Chinedu Anichi TV, the African?
Great. I've enjoyed being in your studio. You're fantastic. I kind of made a mistake when I was saying Chide, but it seems similar. I've been to Chide's programs a lot, and it's nice getting to meet with you. And you asked the right questions, and you didn't try to stop me from expressing that when they don't have any written law, you cannot charge Nnamdi Kanu on anything that is not written. You can't just make it up. They do that in Britain. That is their system. In Nigeria, you have to put down the law. It's written. You show the person, you say, okay, because of this, you will go to jail for 1 month. But you don't have it. So the person can defend themselves in the best way they can. You can't just tell somebody, go and defend yourself. After defending, then I'll come back and tell you what the law that you're being charged. Who does that? Who is advising these people? Learned men. They should act learned. Thank you so much for having me, Chinedu, in your studio.
Yes, my people, you can see it has been a nice day with Dr. Sylvester Onya, President, American Veterans of Igbo Descent. And right here from Atlanta, 5 minutes away from the busiest international airport in the whole world, you are hearing Chinedu Anichi TV from College Park here. You are hearing Chinedu Anichi TV, the African voice. So I want to tell you that we are on A. Go and check us up. As we are talking now, we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook at Chinedu Anichi TV. Just go and watch, share. So if you are of Igbo descent, we're also going to make these videos available piece by piece, question by question, because it automatically is being recorded in my great studio and it's going to come out without filter. So that's why we're here. So we come out with very unfiltered, you understand? So we come out with real statements that can change the world. So, just like you say, other people we're in America where we have freedom of speech. We're in America where they support us to express ourselves from our internal disposition underlined by honesty and sincerity. As far as it is not defaming people, as far as we are not cooking story, you understand, against people or a propaganda to undo a certain type of people. But we are here speaking for freedom. We are here speaking for the best and the greatest good of our people. So thank you, Dr. Sylvester Onya, for finding time to be in this nice small show. God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.